Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma practitioners, sometimes you may heard, long time ago, million years ago, sometimes in this earth, there were huge animals like dinosaurs. But still, by the time what happened, they disappeared from this earth. So that is a good lesson for us also to understand by the time we also going to disappear. But that disappearance itself not going to be your end. You will disappear and then somewhere you're going to appear. So this disappearance and appearance is a journey itself we call our samsara. So then you have to remember today, even though you are experience this human life, if you have a bird eye view regarding your own samsara, you may have seen how many times you were in the heaven, and maybe you used to live in the hell many times. And even you have to remember, when you see any animals around you, it may be your relatives, because in your samsara, you came through this all the living forms. There is nothing you miss. You already came through this everything. And then you should not only love for your pets like a dog or the cat. You have to remember, have a compassion in your heart regarding all the living beings. Why? Because sometimes in this samsaric journey, you had a deeper relationship with them. Maybe when there is any animal come to in front of you, maybe that animal became your husband or wife or child or your parents somewhere in the samsaric journey, maybe brother or sister. So even though this animal is like that in a innocent living form today, because they cannot decide anything themselves, they are more live with the fear, and you are a human being. And at the same time, remember, in the future, if you not become wise today, in the future, you also going to become like that animal. So that is the danger of this samsara. So we have no idea in when we disappear from here, so how we going to appear, and from where we going to appear, in what form we going to appear. So then it's better for you, it's become more safe for you. Don't hate for any animal. Remember that. And have the deeper compassion. And when you see any animal, not only the dog or the cat, have a wish in your deeper in your heart, with very clear wish, with very clear mind. Have a wish in this samsaric journey. May they come out of the suffering. Have that simple wish. So it's like what you give, you receive. When if you able to do it that way for any animal, even that when it come to your around you, whatever the people having difficulties, have a deeper wish in your heart. May they find the wisdom. May they know what is right and what is wrong. May they have the light in their heart. Why? Because people do a lot of things. They have the darkness in their heart. They cannot find the light. And a lot of people have the the idea regarding wrong things and believing it is right. If you hate them, it doesn't mean that they can come out of that your hatred. If it is so, let's gather together and we'll hate to everyone. But it's not going to work. So that's why we every day do this loving kindness. So then you have to remember, don't be very limited only for just for the meditation. In an each and every moment, in many difficulties come to you, if anybody giving you a hard time, remember this. It's really work. If anybody seen, unseen, anyone giving you a hard time, don't hate them. If you hate them, it's kind of like a current. You're going to go with them. Because you also then finally end up becoming like them. No, if anybody giving you hard time, have a wish in your heart. May they find the truth. May they find the light in their heart. May they come to the right path. May they come out of the difficulties that they struggle. And then when you do that way, what will happen? Your heart start to become more stronger, more stronger, more stronger. You need that strength. Consciously, you have to develop that strength. Why? Because tomorrow, you don't know what kind of people come to you. You have no idea what kind of friendship going to build around you, and in what location, with what kind of people you going to be. So then maybe there are people come, they give a hard time. And at the same time, if you develop this strength anywhere from today in this samsara journey, even you go to hell, even you go to heaven, even if you are in between this somewhere in the human plane or even animal plane, in any existence, remember it's going to become a safeguard for you. So don't miss that. It will bring the security to you until you attain to the Nibbana. And other thing is, don't afraid for this, any people or any situation in your life. Learn to accept. Keep your heart open. When you remember, if you close your palm, you have become very limited only this. As example, if you hold this and close your palm become very limited to only this pen. But if you open your palm, entire universe is you hold. So like that, in your heart, if you hold only one intention or one thing regarding the fear, regarding hate, anger, you become very limited to that. So keep the open heart. Get out of that, self-centered ideas. It's mostly the worst thing can happen is, me-centered world. We have that. Always me. Whatever the conversation, deeper in your heart. Maybe you are so generous, maybe you are so compassion, maybe you are so wise, but in any conversation, not in the surface level outside world, but in your deeper in your heart, you always hold it to me. In this conversation, where I am, me-centered world. So get out of that. Because there's nothing belong to you. We just part of this huge, universe. Don't afraid for hard time, don't afraid for people, don't afraid for situations. Especially, I tell you a secret. Remember that. The people who giving you hard time, they are very weak inside. There was a man, he used to run every day, young boy. And now he's giving this motivational speeches. So he's telling his story. So he used to run in the evening. And then in that neighborhood, there was a bulldog, you know, and start to chase him. He was so afraid for dogs. And from far away, this dog start to bark. And then once he passed that house, this dog start to come chasing. And he used to run so fast. This dog keep barking, barking, barking. And he was so afraid. And one day, what happened? And he keep running, and this dog the same time, start to keep chasing him, barking. And when the dog come closer, and he felt kind of like to slow down a little bit. And because he felt so, tired about this dog. And he little bit slow down. And then he saw this dog doesn't have any teeth. He just having fun, chasing this guy. That's it. Once this person recognized that, the fear disappeared. So remember, most of the people around you keep chasing, try it look like they're going to, bite you. But remember, they don't have mostly teeth. Don't afraid for that. So the fear is mostly, it's mostly the we are the one who create that inside our mind. So it is very important for you to get that self understanding yourself knowingly. Once you decide yourself, it cannot hold in you anymore. So that's why through this meditation we're going to build up the most important part to get into that. Why the fear come, why the unhappiness, sadness, worry come? Because we don't see the reality as it is. Why? Because our mind is so busy, we are so occupied with a lot of things. So then slowly start to settle down with your own inhalation, exhalation. And you will know your body, your mind listen only to the inhalation, exhalation. Once the inhalation, exhalation disappear, you are no longer available in this world. You're going to end this or everything. But sometimes we don't see this. We are so busy with outside things. So that's why whenever you have opportunity, observe how your body, mind, breathing have this communication. Just keep observe, and then deeply you will recognize. In a certain level, listen this very carefully. In a certain level in your mind, you no need anything from this world. But when you open your eyes, when you open your ears with the desire, when you open your nose with the desire, when you open your tongue with the desire, when you open your body with the desire, when you open your mind with the desire, even this universe is not enough for you. But when you deeply settle, recognize and settle down, And you will see the deeper comfort, the satisfaction that you gain just observing itself with your mind and the body, finding the satisfaction, and it is more strong and higher than this conventional satisfaction. That is where we keep going. It's kind of like the bird get into the wind. You feel so comfortable. The roots of the tree finding the soil, it feels so comfortable. You don't look for anything in day-to-day life, in conventional life. Look, we always deeper in our mind for all six directions, with our all these six faculties, we manifesting life, looking for something, looking for something. So that itself make you, burn inside. That is the heat that we develop inside us. So once you settle down deeper in your mind, getting out from this all the desires, just with its own observation, you become like a fish get into the water. You kind of like a cloud caught up in the wind. You are kind of like the eye of a tornado. In this entire world around you make a mess, but in the middle of that tornado, it's empty. So like that in your mind, you completely become neutral in this heavy moving world. So that is what called samadhi, tranquility state. So that is where we keep going. And once you reach to that, that is the highest gain that you can have as a human being. And from there, the journey is going to be so different. So, but little by little, you need to reach to that level. Once you get into that samadhi from there, and you will start to understand this change. And once you know that, you become a person to accept anything. And once you come to that level, remember, that once you start to accept anything and just allowing the body to be a part of the nature, allowing everything to become part of its own process, and without disturbing, without getting into the middle of that process, once your mind start to observe that, you're going to see beyond what you experience. So you cannot understand it before you reach to that level. It is just only practice point of view. Verbally, we can just tell there is something beyond your experience. That whatever beyond your experience is more higher than what you experience. It's like you are in the mother's womb. You are so safe, protective, and the mother nourish you to grow, but still, that is not the place for you. It is okay to grow, but that is not the place for you to think, okay, this is my place, I'm going to be here. No. By the time you need to come out, once you come out, even it is painful, and once you come out, you open eyes and see things, and you able to touch things, you start to walk, and you start to, talk, you start to experience life. And how about then, if somebody come and tell, hey, get ready, go back to mother's womb. You want to, you know, you think, oh, because it is was a so safe place for you, and 24/7 security is there, and the mother give all the nourishment to you. But if you you know have opportunity to go back to mother's womb, no one want to go. You know, everybody, even from you know, day by day, you know, everybody start to you know find their own way, even going away from the parents. So your liberation also the same. Remember, we are caught up with this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind experience, and believing I experience it. It is just not only you, everybody experience it. It is just a part of nature. Seeing something, don't remember, don't think, oh, I. No, it's a part of nature. That is what you need to understand. So then where we caught up, you know, we caught up that when something happened to us, we personally hold it. We personally hold it. And that is what the call life. So there is a sutta called Pancharaja Sutta. So this sutta come from the Kosala Sangyutta in the Sangyutta Nikaya, Kosala Sangyutta in Tripitaka. The king Kosala, during Buddha's time, there was a king called Kosala, and he always come to Buddha and ask, having conversations. So there is a whole chapter called, you know, Kosala Sangyutta under this king name, because there were a lot of sutras, there's conversations. So there were 5 kings gathered one day and they had a discussion. See what during that time when the kings gathered, what they discussed. If that, you know, today how the you know different you know countries presidents, if they gathered what they discuss. See how different that time. So when in that gathering, in that summit, so one king told, out of this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, so I experience whatever that see through your eyes is the most powerful. And then another king told, no, more than the eye, the ear. So whatever we heard is more powerful. And then another person told, no. Another king told, no. So whatever that come to our nose experience is more powerful. And then another king told, no. So whatever we experience with the tongue, and so that tongue consciousness or the taste is more powerful. And then another king told, no. So whatever we experience with the body sensation, that is more strong than any other thing. So they had a kind of like a conversation. It's a kind of like a level of argument, but sharing, and each other try to prove, and whatever the idea they hold, that is the most correct idea. And then they couldn't come to a solution. So what they told, okay, let's go to Buddha and we can get a right answer. So then they went to the Buddha and asked, Venerable Sir, this is the conversation we had. This is the problem, the question we have. What is the question? Whatever that we see is more powerful than any other things. Whatever we hear is more powerful than any, so like that. So then the Buddha said, it is not like that. Some people may see something and another person not going to become so happy with the same object. And another person maybe hear something and become so happy about it. And then another different person hearing the same word may not going to become happy about it. So the nose the same. For the tongue also the same. Whatever maybe it is so tasteful for one person, and for another person it not going to become that much happy experience. And for the body also, maybe you are associating one person and you feel so good with that person, but the same person, if another person come and associate, that person don't feel that. Say sometimes you may see regarding your friends and other people, maybe regarding your husband or wife, when we associate people, that sometimes we say, oh, that person have good chemistry. And then another person say, that person don't have good chemistry. I don't like that person. So that is what here is mentioned. So then the Buddha said again, some people even like the Buddha, and you people come and listen to the Buddha, and another person can hate the Buddha. And some people like to hear the Dhamma, and even some people don't like to hear the Dhamma. And some people like to see monks, and even some people don't like to see monks. And even some people like to become a monk or nun, but some people don't like to become a monk or nun. So that's mean person to person, person to person, they are, whatever they like, it going to become different. So then the very first thing that you have to remember. So from today, never have arguments regarding with your husband, wife, friends, family, with other people regarding anything what you like or what you dislike. It may going to become good for you, but for another person, it's not going to become good. So it may not going to be that much pleasant experience for you, but for another person, it's going to become a very pleasant experience. So then yourself, you have to remember this Dharma, that whatever that you experience, not going to be the same for another person. That's why this world is different. So then it is not a reason for you to be happy or be sad when another person become happy or like or dislike. Just you have to remember that is the very nature of the mind. And then Buddha more explain regarding. So whatever you like and whatever you don't like, it not because what you experience. It's because you personally develop the desire which we call chandaraga, the desire to hold it to it. That it mostly related with your past experience. Look ourselves. And today, whatever you like or dislike, if you look backward, if you reverse yourself and see, so whatever the past experience became a very reason for you today to become like this. If your past were not like this, not like that, maybe you are a totally different person today. So then you have to remember whatever you experience with today with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, you are mostly experience it with your past experience. As a result of that, whatever you like or dislike going to become different from you to another person. Why? Because that person also have a different way. You came in a different way, another person come in a different way. So because of that, we depending from the Chandaraga, or we depending from our volitional formations, we depending from our past, the moment of experience is different. In the very present moment, whatever you see or whatever you hear, smell, taste, or feel, it is nothing to do with or like or dislike. It is just an experience. But whatever the like, dislike come according to your past, when you put your past experience. So like you, each and everybody do the same thing. And because of that, it's going to become different person to person, person to person, person to person. So another example for this. There was a person, two friends, and one friend used to enjoy salt. Every day he tasting salt. He liked it. And another person used to enjoy sugar. So one day, the guy who enjoying salt invited for this his friend who enjoying sugar, and then gives salt because that is what he enjoy. Then the guy experienced the salt and told, oh, it is very different. It's not like sugar, because I used to enjoy the sugar all the time. And then after that, he had the good time and he had the new experience, and now he know what is salt. So he went back, and before he went back, he remembered to invite for his friend who enjoys salt. By the way, whenever you have opportunity, please visit me. I would like to give a new experience with whatever I have. So then the salt guy accepted it, and then the day came, and before he go to the sugar guy, the salt guy thought, maybe it's not going to be like this comfortable, like what I enjoy with the salt, because it's going to be a new experience. Maybe it can be very unpleasant. So it's better I keep some salt in my mouth. Why? Because then, anyway, whatever that experience, it's okay. I am so comfortable with it. So what the guy did, he put some salt and then went. And they had a gun. So the guy offered the sugar. And he took it and enjoyed. He didn't feel that much different. So then he had the conversation and came back. So we the same. With your habits, and every day you are kind of like the guy visiting this sugar guy, holding the salt in your tongue. When you see your husband, when you see your wife, when you see your children, when you see your parents, when you see your brothers, sisters, there's something you hold in your mind regarding that person, identity, character, behavior. With that, when you see the person, you're not going to really see who is the person in front of you. So this is the same thing. And it happened through the samsara and with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. With this all. And whatever you experience, you not really experience the world as it is. You experiencing what you hold in your mind. It has a huge history. It's so powerful. Sati means, awareness means, mindfulness means you break down, you throw that all the collective memory, you come to an empty moment and experience it. It is a challenge. It is a challenge for you. It's the same challenge like you're visiting a new restaurant or you visiting a new place, you visiting a new people. It's a challenge. Some people cannot do that. That's why you go to the same place. Go after even this pandemic. Now little by little restaurant open and things. So you go wherever that around you place that close by your city. You go and see the same people. Before the pandemic, they used to come and now they start to come to the same place. What they bring there after this pandemic, they come to the same place and even they look for their same table. They look for their same coffee shop. And if it is closed, if it is permanently closed, they get panic. They hate for the government. They hate for the virus. They hate for the economy. Why? Not because of they lose the coffee, because there are a lot of coffee places. Even at home, you can make coffee. It's nothing to do with coffee. Because what the salt they hold in their tongue, keep doing this. So then remember, wash your mouth. Don't afraid to experience the sugar. More than in the samsaric journey, what you experience. Remember that what you see tomorrow with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body is so beautiful. Why? Because maybe as a human being, this is the first time that you became a human, or maybe after long journey, this is the first time that you see it in your life. See that beauty. Don't see that all the memory that you carried inside you. It doesn't matter whatever the hard time other people gave to you, and look that person as a new person tomorrow when you wake up. Completely get out of that mental picture and see as a new person. You're going to say something. If it doesn't work, do it tomorrow. It doesn't work, do it day after tomorrow. If it doesn't work, do it until you die. When you're born next time, you will see that person as angel. That person completely changed. Why? Because once you change, what happened? The way you see, once you decide to change the way you look, you know what happened? This entire universe will start to rearrange. It will rearrange. That is how it is. So then you are the one who have power to change around you. Don't wait till that other people change. Don't wait till that other situations change. And holding everything in your mind, you wishing that everything to change. It doesn't work. Even that everything change, you don't even see that change. So then you are the one who can give an opportunity for everything. So that is your best opportunity. Take it. How? Wash your mouth. Get out of this hiding hold salt that you carry in your tongue. And don't afraid to experience the sugar. Don't afraid to experience what you see, hear, smell, taste, and the people or the mind. That whatever you it come to you tomorrow, it's going to be really beautiful, and it come in a new form. It's going to be more successful than in this entire samsaric journey. So if you're willing to take that opportunity as a new, fresh moment, remember your liberation, your transformation start in that very moment. Why? Anymore, whatever you carried in you, it's not going to go with you. You know, most the difficult part in life, most difficult, very difficult part, why the Buddhas come and preach this Dharma. The most difficult part out of this practicing meditation and doing things, and the most difficult part is changing ourselves, not about other things. Changing ourselves. No science, no technology, the no mantra can do that. But if you take a conscious decision, you are the one who can do that. When the day comes for you to take that conscious decision, once you initiate yourself to become a new person, that is the day you're going to experience your liberation, transformation, and by the, the end of the journey, you may experience the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadam punya sampadam. Sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahan hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.